What's up, everyone? It's Jermaine with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about this Uber strike, and it would be awesome if people didn't drive for this strike, because it would, it would make a difference if a lot of people didn't drive. But let's really look at the reality. Some people probably won't drive, like people like me. I'm definitely not driving. Like, I've already made up my mind. I'm just not going to do it. Now, other people may not have that luxury, because I'm just going to go work for other startups, iCracked, Postmates. So I can sort of, balance not working for Uber, because I can just spend the other time working for different startups. So we got a couple weeks before that whole, strike is going to start. So I'm just going to give you guys a couple ideas about, other gigs that you can, you could make money with. First off, I'm going to say there's a lot of delivery jobs out there. Okay. There's Postmates. There's there's Grubhub. There's Food Rocket. The list goes on and on and on. Okay. There's tons. I mean, there's even some, like, I live in San Francisco, and basically there's a ton around here. But when I drive down to like San Jose and Mountain View, just like the South Bay, there's even companies that I've never heard of here in the city. So guys, there's tons of those gigs out there. Those are really easy to do. You make a little bit less than Uber because you don't have like the surge. But don't get me wrong, on some of those gigs, you actually would make a lot more, because some of those gigs reimburse you for mileage. Some give you like a $25 like flat rate, so they're not taking like, a 20% cut. So some of those gigs are pretty cool. Postmates, I'm actually doing Postmates now. I was doing Postmates yesterday. It was pretty decent. I actually did it walking. Like, I didn't use my car because all the jobs I accepted were like really close. And it probably would have taken me longer if I would have used my car yesterday. But instead, I just did jobs that are really close downtown. And I roughly made about $20 an hour. Now, it wasn't as good because I just didn't get a lot of tips yesterday. So that was kind of a bummer. But $20 an hour, and like, I was walking, so I didn't use any gas. Didn't depreciate my car at all. Didn't put any miles on my car. I wasn't at risk of getting a $350 traffic violation because I wasn't driving. I mean, it's different, and it's kind of awesome for me to walk around and like wear my headphones and jam out, and just take it easy, not being in the driver's seat, driving all over the city, and also just staying in downtown. Like, a lot of times, if I know I have an appointment at like 3 o'clock, well, I have to stop driving Uber at like 2, because I don't know if the last ride, if it's going to be far away, will I have enough time to make it back to my 3 o'clock appointment. But the thing with Postmates is you can accept a job that that you'll have enough time to, finish, and you also know where the end point is. So Postmates is pretty awesome. People who are more technical, I would say iCracked. That's one. It's like this startup where you're basically like an Uber, but you fix people's cell phones on demand. I've worked for Postmates, no, not Postmates, but iCracked for quite some time now, and I've made decent money with them. I would recommend, guys, check out iCracked. That's a different one. Another gig that's really easy to do is called TaskRabbit. Now, this one is pretty much everywhere. But TaskRabbit is, you sign up online, you create a profile, and it's basically like, it's almost like a temp service. Like, let's say you're really good at cleaning, and you like to do laundry, and you like to clean, you like to do dishes, and you like to run errands. That's a site you can sign up for. I actually applied, and I never got like an email back, but it's pretty cool because there's all sorts of jobs on there. Like, it was jobs on there where like you could wait at someone's house for a package to be delivered, you know? I mean, and they would pay you like $20 an hour, and you would basically wait there. But with TaskRabbit, like the jobs change all the time. Like you never know what you will be doing. Like you sign up for all these different jobs, and then like they just come and go. You know, you may be you may have to assemble furniture one day. The next day you may be you know, going to Starbucks multiple times for like an office. You know, the next day you may be you know, I don't know, you may wash someone's car. I don't know, like there's so many weird random jobs on there, and some of them are actually, I mean, it's pretty cool, you know. Like I wouldn't mind, you know, assembling furniture for a day, or you know, I wouldn't mind running errands, you know. So they're kind of crazy, and you can like accept jobs and you can also decline jobs. So if it's like a whole bunch of stuff you don't want to do, or some you just don't know how to do, you know, you can just decline it. So TaskRabbit, I would say check that one out. And another one to check out Uber drivers is these valet services, like Lux. Now in SF, if you're ever in the city and you see these guys and girls, they wear these like blue jackets and they're on scooters, like these little fold-up scooters. Well, that's like a valet service, and if you're an Uber driver, I mean, that's kind of down your alley because you're driving, but then you're also driving other people's cars, so I guess it's not like being an Uber driver. And then you also have to like park the car like in a garage, and then you have to like sort of route the scooter to the next person, and it's all like on your phone, so it's like an app. So I mean, that one's pretty cool. I've heard of people making like, you know, $25 up to $30 an hour, like with that one, and they also do like hourly guarantees. And I also forgot to tell you guys too that Postmates, in certain markets, they do hourly guarantees too. Like in San Francisco, like at lunchtime, I think it's like $20 an hour, but then dinner time it's like $25 an hour, and on the weekends it's $25 an hour during like lunch and dinner. So, you know, with Postmates, you don't need a car, you don't have to buy gas, you don't need insurance. Like, it's just one of those gigs. And even with Postmates now, there's this deal where, like, you can do Postmates walking, so you don't even need a car at all. So, I mean, there's all sorts of ways you can make money. And then if you also have an Uber car, that you went out and bought an Uber car to drive Uber like me, if you don't want to drive Uber anymore, if you're just like, look, I'm over it, what you could do is, like, get, like, a valet job, like, just do Lux, or do TaskRabbit, or do one of those other jobs, and then take your car and rent it out on like relay rides or get around. And then that way you can make money off of your car and you don't have to drive. Pretty much like you could do that one. But there's jobs out there, guys. And then you can also go to a coding program. Okay, right now I'm taking a coding program. I'm learning front-end web development. And it's a trip because when I look online, like the jobs that are applying, that I'm going to be applying for like pretty soon, they all like pay like 80 to 100 grand. So that's something you guys should look into. Like, coding is definitely not a bad gig, and you can do it anywhere. And you don't even have to go to a program to learn coding. You can literally learn it on YouTube, or you could take classes on Udemy. But yeah, that's it's pretty much alternatives. I mean, there's definitely gonna be a strike probably, and I'm not gonna work because I'm gonna do other gigs. But guys, you have time right now to sign up for other gigs, so that way, you know, if you want, you can just start doing a completely different gig. You don't even have to worry about the strike because you can stop driving before the strike, you know. That would really be awesome if people just, if they just stop driving totally, you know. If they just say, look, I'm going to find something else to do and I'm just not going to drive for Uber, you know. Because just stuff that they're doing like Uber Pool, it just kind of sucks now, you know. Yeah, but anyway, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Thanks. Peace. That's a wrap.